But then you're like, yeah, me and my girlfriends are going to go to Greece. I'm like, oh, no, you're not.
No.
Me and my girlfriends are going to go to Spain.
I said
oh,
Tulum.
no, you're not.
I said
we're going to go to
Tulum.
Tulum. No, you're not. Because those are like trips that like you and I need to go on. I feel like the Ring camera and being able to like see when packages are delivered is like one of the most magical things of the 21st century.
Well, the Ring camera's been good to us in many ways.
How so?
It is crazy. Well, this brings me back to the whole, we've talked about it on the pod the one time, but when like we thought our neighbor was like not okay inside her place, and then our other neighbor went in to check, but she was in fact at an appointment. So then it was like, well, shit, now can she see on the Ring?
Everything we said is on the Ring camera.
Everything we said on the Ring was like, yeah, we were like, oh my God. But no, we love the Ring because it gets service for large, like obviously you can get service anywhere. So we actually
if I'm connected, I can see things, and we use
it for the
indoor
baby.
rings.
We have regular baby cameras, but now we've been using
We've been using the Ring like a quasi abandon the baby.
It's not abandoned
camera.
baby. No, not even close.
No, you don't think so? Yeah, it's like we walk outside. We're 20 feet away, but
Well, we don't have some people's cameras, like actual baby cameras, will reach even further than ours does because
I'm
it's,
impressed
like,
by how
connect to
far
the
ours
Wi-Fi.
goes.
But yeah, ours is like satellite or something. I don't even know.
that's crazy.
I don't even know.
I don't even know.
But yeah, we were at the lake this weekend, and I just walked in, and one of the comments from the coworkers was that I was not nearly as sunburned as you. And I was like,
I'm pretty red. I'm way more red than I have been in quite some time, and it's interesting because
it's the hat.
Here's the thing: like one, I forgot my hat at the house. Now I have hat. I have straw hats. I have hat.
I have straw hat.
And I just typically am not out in the sun as much because we go back and forth inside and stuff. And for some reason, I was like, I'll be fine. I'll be okay. Totally underestimated the impact that wearing my hat does for the sun.
I don't think you were outside. I mean, maybe I was going to say maybe you took more time outside because your friends were in town. So I did take on like shifts with the baby and whatever else. But I don't think you were outside any more or less than you normally are. I truly just believe you weren't wearing your hat. And just for all of our listeners, there was a point in time where I literally looked at him and said, "Hey, do you have a hat here, man? Like, it's looking pretty grim." And that's when he said, "I have straw hat. I don't want straw hat."
I didn't want to wear the straw hat
I was like,
because
okay,
it's so big.
it's not my problem
just
anymore.
Like, I really like the ball cap because I can get it wet, put it back on my head.
But yeah,
and
so this is like your primer for the 6 days you're about to spend in the Keys.
Well, it's more like 5 days, but yeah.
Your never-ending vacation.
And I don't think you can count the day of arrival and the day you're leaving. So it's really a 3-day Keys trip.
Is that how trips work? Okay,
Well,
good to
yeah.
know. Well, then I'm going to take a 5-day girl trip. 5 days by your rules. So 7 days away from home.
Go for it. What's funny is that, like, here's the thing, right? Like, when you do girls, you could pretty much pick anything in the United States, and I would be like, yeah, go have fun. But then you're like, yeah, me and my girlfriends are going to go to Greece. I'm like, oh, no, you're not.
No.
Me and my girlfriends are going to go to Spain.
I said
oh,
Tulum.
no, you're not.
I said
we're going to go to
Tulum.
Tulum. No, you're not. Because those are like trips that like you and I need to go on. You
Well,
know?
then let's go.
I know. I'm ready.
I need to start putting time frames on these trips with you, and then if they don't happen by a certain period of time, then I can go with the girls.
You know,
It's actually
we
not a
can,
bad idea.
we can talk about it. I mean, I think everything's up for negotiation and everything.
Greece, 3 years.
Well, no, you and I are both on board
Well,
for
no.
that. We've picked that.
Well,
Like,
no.
No, we've already said that we
Okay,
were
well, then
going to
if
do
it doesn't
that. It was
happen-
going to be like our baby moon was going to be Greece.
So you're publicly agreeing 3 years, no Greece, girls trip.
Okay, look, my 50th birthday, which is in a couple years, the year after that, we'll do Greece.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Because we're going to do it in the Caribbean with the family.
Yeah.
So,
But anyway, you do have your
but yeah, I'm getting ready to go on
11th
my 11th annual boys dive trip. It's amazing how I need to go back and see if I can dig up some old pictures along the way, because there's been a couple years that I didn't even dive. Like I was sick, or I had different issues that were going on. One year I had a really bad infection and I couldn't go in the water. I couldn't breathe. So there's just no way I was going to be able to go
Really?
underwater. Yeah. I know, like snorkeling, but I've always gone with the guys to
Yeah.
the trip, right? Like, so I know there's been at least 2 years where I was unable to dive.
Well, that's nice that the tradition is still alive.
Yeah.
This year's a little different, though.
Well, because everyone's coming to our house.
You've created a boys' trip before the boys' trip. Like,
I
I've
know.
never heard of this before.
Either have I.
No, it's
Either have I.
I mean, it's insane.
It's the boys'
and
trip
you
before the boys'
you were
trip.
like, you know what? We have an infant, so the perfect year to extend the boys' trip would be
First of all, I didn't do
right
any
now.
of it. No. So my good friend Adam
completely
basically was
innocent.
like, "Hey, do you mind if Courtney and I come in for the weekend before the dive trip
Which we do
and
love
hang
him
out?"
and Courtney.
And I was
We've
like,
wanted them to come
yeah,
for-
and we've invited
Yes.
them the last 2 summers
To come, yes.
It's not like it was just like an ask. It was like, hey, you've been asking us, can I just kind of combine them?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, absolutely. So we ended up taking them to the lake.
We've
over
been
the
home from
weekend.
Michigan, keep in mind, for like literally a week.
We've been home from Michigan.
The problem is when you bucket it all together.
We've always said this. It's like you need max one big thing a month. And then you need like 3 weeks to get excited about the next one.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you just realized it because I was looking at the calendar. So we have Labor Day weekend.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. And then guess what weekends are after that weekend? Friends weekend.
Friends weekend.
So Labor Day, we're literally home for
But again,
3
he
days.
chose to host someone Labor Day weekend.
Absolutely.
I'm just over here cooking.
I'm
meals for
excited,
people.
too.
I'm just cooking. It's just I'm a
Yeah.
mom and a cook. I'm a short order chef.
You are short.
But
You're amazing, though. You're such the hostess with the mostest. Like, I mean, first of all, you love doing it. It can be a little bit if certain things are going on, if abs is acting up and things like that,
Then it becomes a little stressful.
You might be a little stressful. but
excuse
you
me while
enjoy
everyone
it.
waits for dinner. My child needs to scream for an hour, and I will BRB.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, yeah, this time has been a little bit funny because I'm getting kicked out of my own home for the boys.
Yeah, well,
hear it
and
for the
basically all the
boys.
guys decided to. One guy's flying from Seattle. He's like, "Hey, the best flight I can get in is actually in Tampa, instead of Fort Lauderdale, which is where any Keys trip, everyone flies into Fort Lauderdale
Or Miami.
But Adam was already at my house, so Rich was like, "Hey, I'll just ride down with you guys. That'll be fun." So he booked
road trip.
and then all of a sudden Paul's like, "Well, I might as well fly in too."
Okay, but hold on.
So now all the guys are flying in.
Everyone's flying in. Okay, so now 4 men, are grown ass men,
Yeah.
are staying in my
Grown.
home with my infant and our infant. And so I was like, oh, that sounds a little bit stressful. But then on top of it all, having all these people in our home and hosting Chris is like, oh, by the way, I'm at a trade show for work.
I'm going to a trade show.
So not only are my
Not only is
4
everyone over, but
besties
I got a trade show to
coming
go
for
to.
boys' night, he was like, if you could just maintain the household while watching the
Well,
child
first of all,
and
what's funny is that
entertain
you
the
decided
entire
you were
crew.
just like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave.
That's where I exited stage left, and I was like, you know what, Mom, I'm coming over.
I'm just gonna call mom.
Mom
we're
and
just
Dad,
gonna go over to your
they're
house.
hosting.
That's
and
pretty
it's
nice
glory.
though. It's like a sleepover.
Pretty nice. My mom already texted me. She was like, "We got a special dinner planned for you." I'm like, "What?" Oh,
I'm gonna
excuse
call
me?
it.
Someone's making.
I'm
me
gonna
dinner?
call it crab legs.
By the way, I think you're correct because I did ask today, and
they said it was crab legs.
I think that's what's happening. But you did guess it before I knew.
Yeah. Because when it comes to special meals, right? There's only like 1 or 2 things that in my mind are unique to to the parentals
Of like what they would make.
of what they would make.
Like it's special, but it's not. If my mom was like, "We're making coco van," I'd be like, "Are you okay?" Like,
right. Well, then
like,
I'm
where
thinking
did
like
you
the
come-
different meals. It's like meatloaf, and I'm thinking no, Beck doesn't like it when she
I
puts
don't
the
like
breadcrumbs in the meatloaf, and so I'm like
just don't
going
like
through all the
meatloaf.
different meals that I know, and then I'm like crab legs. It's got to be crab legs because I know it's not pizza because pizza's on the weekend.
Yeah, it is my birthday coming up. Oh,
up.
that was the last part of it. Boys' trip got booked on my birthday.
Birthday weekend.
This is like
I'm coming home
flashback
on
to
your
Mother's
birthday.
Day. He's like, "Is there anything you want for Mother's Day?" And I was like, "No, nothing at all." But I forgot I needed to say you present, so I'm not stranded alone with our child. That morning you went to breakfast with your mother, and it was fine, and it was lovely. But then this time it's my birthday, and it's like, no, I don't need anything. And it's like, oh wait, you in town.
I am going to be in town for your birthday.
I know it'll be very
It's
nice.
gonna be exciting.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. So anyway, that's what's coming, but we've got a
Yeah.
lot to go
We had
figure out with work
I know
before
it's
you
gonna
leave.
be a lot of things. Yeah, I mean, Brandon was out. We had our stay cool. We had we were going away for the weekend and prepping for this past weekend, and we had the big vote for our community for being a president or whatever.
gosh.
And so
Have
I
we
got
really?
elected.
Have we even gone into the saga?
I don't think we've got into this at all.
That's okay.
But all we're going to talk about is the fact that I got elected.
You are the new vice.
I'm the new vice president of our
where we
lake
live.
community.
Yeah.
And I'll be taking that over. But we had to go in town for that. And then, of course, our friends were coming, et cetera, et cetera. And so, of course, on Friday or Thursday, I can't remember which day it was, Brandon was gone. And we had all these orders that were out. I think he was gone the day before, like on Thursday. And I had 4 pickups, like here I am trying to get all this work knocked out because this week is going to be so, I'm going to be gone. Trying to not stop. I got 4 pickups and I'm literally driving.
He's talking about for Stay Cool.
all over.
Normally the guy who drives our temporary AC company van does all the deliveries and pickups in the different homes.
And we had a backup and he couldn't.
Right.
He couldn't do it.
And we are in the heat of
we're in the
Florida
heat. We actually
summer.
had our
This
biggest
is
week.
The season.
Our biggest week of the summer so far was last week.
Well, that was a good time for Brandon to be out.
I'm like, holy cow. And then we had a lot of great,
Brandon literally told all of his customers the week before, he's like, if you want it till Tuesday. You can
I
just
mean,
keep it
seriously,
till
if you want it
Tuesday.
till Tuesday, keep it till Tuesday.
Yeah, he was probably
Chris will be out there, picking up and everything.
You could meet our owner. What's
Yeah.
funny is it is, as an entrepreneur, you pick up the slack where you need to because it's like, okay, we don't have enough orders to have 2 full-time people, right?
Right.
Not right
We
now.
don't have enough.
So when someone, and obviously your employees need to take time off. So when they do, like, you figure it out. You
You
pick up the
figure
pieces.
it out. Sometimes I turn the system off.
And
if
most
I can
of
do
the time it's you
But
doing
it's
it.
money's money. And here's the other thing. It's not about the individual order.
Right.
It's about our clients who are the AC companies who refer to us. And so if we're not available, then it's like, oh, they're not available. And they'll go else. Not that there's anywhere
Not
to
else,
go.
but they're going to think about like, okay, Stay Cool is just, they don't fulfill
Right,
what
it's
we
convenient
need.
for them.
We're
It's
setting an
not like-
expectation for our client that
Right.
they're not allowing
and
for
so
us to live up
that's
to.
why I do it because
Yeah.
I do the one order so I can get the 20 orders.
Right,
You
right.
know.
But
And,
it is so funny. Like even this weekend, the Stay Cool people crack me up. It was, you got a call on the beach this weekend, and this woman was like, "I have this unit in my house," and because Brandon was working on Saturday and delivered
Yeah.
it, and she's like, I've been texting with my guy, and blah blah. And it's so because you're the owner of the company, and you're like, "Yeah, well, what's your guy said?" Like
right, which is me, by the way.
Who's your guy?
Like
It's
I've messaged you back and
literally,
forth.
We're talking. Like you're
I
like,
actually didn't see any of her messages because I was just relaxing.
But she
But
was
I
like,
do
she was
check
like, the
in.
button, it says it's 84 degrees in here. And you're like, did you press the button down? She's like, I've been pressing it down. It won't go down. And you're like, is it on cool? And you could tell instantly. You were like, on the left-hand side, there's a button. And she goes, it's on cool. And then all of a sudden she goes, oh, never mind. It's fixed. Okay.
It's
Thanks so
working
much.
now.
Just
It was like so quick. I was like, all right, well, you have a great day. Stay cool, my friend.
And literally, you were like, "Yeah, I'm really not sure what happened. Sometimes those machines, if the cool." She's like, "No, I don't know. Random. It just magically started working." You're like, "Okay, lady."
It's interesting. It's very humbling experience for me all the time, really, because
People
I get
don't
to
know
deal
who
with
you are.
with clients and I get reminded of just one, how angry people can get on something that we have bestowed upon you cool, cold air.
Yeah.
Like we have given you something that 90%
But
of the world
but if
doesn't
they haven't
have.
been cooled off yet, you can be a very angry
They
person
were
when
just
you're
saying,
hot,
which is
too.
why Stay Cool's so awesome because it's literally we sell crack. So
Seriously, it is.
but they get upset and and then they're we don't make money if we have to go back out to a place.
Right.
Just the drive time to send someone out there round trip is an hour, right? So that costs $20. Well, that's a rental, you know? And so it's like literally, we do not want to go back out and visit anyone. And occasionally if we're slow and someone calls and they're really nice, I'll be like, "Hey, I'll send Brandon out there and we'll, do that." And I'll be like, "Hey, go check on this order." I'll like look how far away it is. But he had all these orders. Anyway, we had 3 orders that came in end of the day on Friday, like right before 5 o'clock, because they know the cutoff, right?
Yeah, I think
it was
he
like
worked- didn't he work till, like,
3:56,
8 o'clock that
57.
night?
Yeah, he was out till 8 o'clock, 8:30, I think, delivering air conditioning units. So what a champ!
Yeah.
Getting that done.
It doesn't always happen. It's like seasonal. Save up your pennies that you make because you're not going to get that overtime in the winter.
Oh, I know.
You know.
Well, it's great, and it is building up for sure. I didn't get any of the boat bites work that I was planning to get done. We have a client that I'm working through, and I had a bunch of stuff to knock out this weekend, and I did not get to it because of just hanging out with our guests and everything else. So I'm definitely very far behind on some of those items. Now we have plenty of work for the team to do, but they're also waiting for me to kind of walk through some just financial components and how orders should take place and different things. And then I got a video over the weekend from
our VP
Bear.
of sales or head of
Yeah,
sales.
Bear sent a video, and he was just like, "Hey, take a look at this." And I didn't get to it, and then I try to sneak it in, and try to watch it. Well, what ends up happening is that, and I need to send this to Maria. So
This
that
is
she
for
can
our
download
seasoning
it. It's for
company.
our steak seasoning company.
Yeah.
So Dano's is doing a video
They're a
cooking
competitor
steak
of ours,
and everything,
yeah.
and he's talking about, he's like, "Don't forget to get your steak dusted," and so he twice calls out dusted in the video. And they just came out with something called butter dust.
Yeah, it's not our dusted.
It's not our seasoning, but he calls it. And so we want to put together a post and basically just be like, thanks, Danos. We agree with you. Dusted is the way to go, and everything else. And of course, Barrett's like, send them cease and desist letters. Like, we have to stop this. And I'm like, no, we need to be friendly. Like in business, you can, if people, I've gotten 2 cease and desist letters in my lifetime, and then I've gotten probably a dozen threats, from people,
just letters,
and they're pretty empty threats because
Yeah.
it's like they're just trying to scare you to see if you'll stop doing something or whatever.
Well, here's the thing. Either he does know and he's trying to make his own brand, or he's so big and has so much going on for himself, he has no idea what dusted is. Who dusted is.
Probably no idea.
He has not a clue.
And just like I don't know other people because I'm so focused on
what you're doing.
It's very much there's I don't know if you ever saw the little video of Simon Sinek when he talks about he was in the Microsoft had hired him to give a speech or whatever, and then he's riding in a car with them. I'm sorry. He'd ride in a car and they gave him a Zune at the Microsoft thing.
A what?
A Zune. It was like the precursor to the iPod. It was Microsoft's iPod.
Oh my God.
It's called the Zune. I had a Zune. It was really cool. It was like it was like a very thin little teeny remote.
I literally was like, honey, do you mean Zoom? They wanted him on a digital meeting.
No.
Okay.
So then he said he was giving a presentation to these Apple guys or something. Or no, maybe he had done a presentation, got a Zune, then he was in a car with an Apple exec.
I feel like this is a story I would tell.
It is a story
getting there.
tell. And so he ends up, but the guy basically says to him, he's like, hey, when I was at Microsoft, they gave me this Zune, it's really cool, and whatever. And the guy was just like, okay. Like, he's like, maybe you could give me an iPod. And he's like, no. And he was just like, and he talked about how great the Zune was. And the Apple exec basically looked at him and said, I have no doubt that the Zune is amazing. I have no doubt that's amazing. And he goes, at that point, he goes, I realized that Apple doesn't care about other people's products.
No.
They only care about what they can do. And they're okay if other people's products are great. They just don't care because they're focused on their stuff. And I kind of feel the same way about Dusted. It's like, I don't care what the other seasonings are doing. We are focused on a very specific niche. By the way, we just got a big like connection potentially on Kroger.
Oh, really? Cool.
I got a text this morning. And someone whose significant other works there, they're literally like, they're like in their little world of Kroger. They're like, Kroger loves your product.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they're like, we're going to see what we can do to help,
That'd be
or whatever.
cool.
But we've recently
Making
explored
waves,
that 2,400 stores.
making
We'll see what we can
waves.
do
That's
to get there.
awesome.
So
Yeah, we were making some blackened chicken at the lake this weekend.
we were.
I know. It's always like you never know what people's. It's so funny when you cook for other people and you wonder, what are your taste buds and what do you like? You try to like accommodate even when you have guests.
Mm-hmm.
So many people are picky eaters.
I know.
It's like, there's some people that are like, I eat anything and everything. But there are so many people that are like, I don't eat this vegetable. I don't eat this seasoning. I don't like mushrooms.
Now, and I wonder, are they doing it for themselves so that they don't have to like choke down food? Or like it's because it's not that it's rude.
It's not
It's
rude.
like-
I think
It's like saving the awkwardness, maybe,
of like not eating
of
it.
not
if
eating
you like
it. Like,
really
which
don't
is
like
worse?
it. But I actually
telling you that I'm not going to eat it, or just not eating it.
Well, what was so interesting the other day?
I would choke down those. If someone gave me lima beans,
Yes.
I would just be like, "This is great."
So your friend was very polite, and like after we ate, he literally said, "I normally wouldn't eat that stuff, but I did, and it was very good." And so then I sit there and I go, "How many people are like, I don't eat this or I don't like this because they had terrible cooks growing up or don't know how to prepare it or cook it themselves?" And You know what I
I
mean?
know very few people who are as picky. You have one family member that's the pickiest I think that I know that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
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 It's like if it's green, it's like they can't eat it.
No, people have gotten better. People have gotten better.
Except for your food, because people are like, "Oh, I don't eat this," and then they have yours, and they're like, "Yeah, you know what? If mom made it like you made it,
That's
I
what I was
probably
saying, though.
would have
And I'm
loved
not saying it about myself. I'm saying in
You're
general.
totally
I think,
saying it about yourself because you're a good cook and you know how to cook things.
I think just
correctly.
in general, it's like a lot of people make the determination that they don't like food
Okay,
when they have never had it cooked properly.
I think you're right.
Yeah. It's like if you went into a 5-star restaurant, like you'd try anything, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You would hope. Or you shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
You know?
And then, not before we get too far off, we had one more big work thing, which we had we had our first, we had a.
That was the night when we did the podcast.
Oh, was it the night of the podcast?
Yeah, I think so.
we did
Because
last
you were
week.
like, oh, I'm scheduling this event and I have Cookbook Book Club and I couldn't go because you keep
couldn't
scheduling
go.
things over every single social event in my life.
Yeah, it's about done.
And it's about done. The entire month of September. You're watching Abigail. But anyway, it was supposed to end at 6:30 and it went till 8. So it was your first networking event.
So we invited a bunch of developers here, and the idea is that we want to keep hiring local developers in the office, and it's like, how do you build a bench? Like, how do you get people interested? And it was like, if we could just quarterly bring the developers in, and then just have them be aware of us. When we had an opportunity, we'd be like, hey, we're hiring for this. And then people we know, we could be like, hey, you know, we like you. Like, we like your attitude. We like the things that you've said at our events, et cetera, et cetera. So it was called Control Alt Drink.
Yeah,
And
Control Alt Drink, which one of our employees came up with. And I think it's creative.
it was creative.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do it quarterly. And the next time we're going to put like little booths up and let people, we're going to have the monitors so people can connect to a monitor and then like show off some work, like little show and tell, like little booths.
So literally you said that the other day and I was like, you think people would want to do that? But I think everyone was there kind of like talking about things that they had done and they were wishing they had the ability to actually showcase it. Like when you think of developers, it's like a lot of like, sure, maybe not all of them are introverted, but more introverted personalities until they meet someone with like interests and then they thrive on that conversation. You know, they like stick to it like glue and they get all nerdy and excited and they're like nerding out together. And it reminded me of, so you said next time you want to be able to do show and tell. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what was that? In elementary school, you used to be able to like make something and you'd take it in and it'd be like, I don't know, like a fair at school or something like that. And you'd get fake money and be like, here you go. Do you remember what it was called?
Oh, you talk about like where you pretend to be a business?
Yeah.
And then people, it's like,
Yeah, like I would do like
economic day or something.
Yeah, I do like different color sands and like containers and be like, here, you can buy
and
this.
people could buy stuff and transact money and stuff.
That was like my favorite day in school.
Yeah, my favorite day in school was award day.
Award day?
Yeah, because I just got a ton of
Oh,
awards.
shut up.
Yeah, I was like, Mac Daddy Award man.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh, I've even saved them. I could probably show you awards from 4th grade.
You're a hoarder. You need to get rid of that shit, okay? No one cares about your 4th grade award.
I got to remind myself. that I was
Most
a
likely
good
to keep this award
you know
for
what?
50 years.
That's me. I got that award. You know, I literally have a book somewhere, and it's got a bunch of these things in it. It's funny to look through, but the stuff that you keep is insane.
Yeah.
Well, the stuff that I keep is
I
probably
don't keep
you
anything.
don't keep anything.
No. Nope. Nothing at all.
And it
I
is
know.
worthless, by the way. I mean, none of it really matters.
Well, it's just how often do you look at it? It's just in a box. People like have this attachment, like they can't get rid of something. And it's like, why? So it can sit in a box?
I know.
It's like, come on, get rid of it.
know.
But anyway, yeah, we're trying to get the house all nice and clean. We came home after the weekend at the lake and one of our big mirrors had fallen.
Oh,
We've got a
gosh,
couple of
yeah.
pictures off our wall right now. And so, of course, we've got company at home and it's like things are falling on the ground. But
You know, there's the amount of upkeep in someone's home when you're trying to balance. So it's funny because we had a picture frame that fell on the master floor.
Before, yeah.
And it's been off for a little bit and it needed to be glued. And then, of course, we have company. And then I'm like, we have like these. It's
We look like
it's not a
homeless.
triptych, but it's like 6 picture frames and the bottom right one's gone. And it's like,
it looks
it
so bad. You're like showing the house.
Did you see that it was put back up?
No,
I put it up this morning
well,
at
thank you very much.
5:30 this morning.
Because you were embarrassed? Because
I
Allison
was
came over the
embarrassed.
other day and I went to take her up to the nursery and I was like, oh my God, there's not a picture on the wall right there. That is so embarrassing.
So I glued it early this morning.
Glued?
I taped it. Yeah, I glued the piece back in place that broke.
Oh, okay.
Put a little bit of tape over it, and then I redid it. And then because that frame is flawn so many times, I glued the Velcro to the back of that one.
Oh my
And then I put it back up.
gosh.
So it better stay. And then I went down to where the mirror fell, and I peeled everything off the wall.
Okay,
so
at
it
least we
didn't look like there
like-
was
I
something
know.
that should be there.
I know.
So ghetto. Like, so ghetto. And so...
It does
But it's
feel
like this
ghetto.
constant thing. And then I feel bad because we have like this awesome golf cart and we like tell everyone like, oh man, golf carts are our number one thing.
Okay, but just for the record, people, first, I mean, the pictures, whatever, like, I already had my heart attack about that when the glass actually shattered, like the day before we brought Abigail home. Remember that? The
I
glass.
do remember it.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't
In
a
the living
mirror.
room.
It was just the
No.
glass frame.
Yeah.
fell.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah,
we've
yeah.
had way too many things fall. Like, it's too ghetto.
Yeah.
We need to start, like,
Well,
actually hooking.
those are really heavy things.
This man does not want to put nails in our walls, so he hangs everything with command strips that obviously are just not doing the trick. Okay,
Really, as many things that are on our walls for command strips. Here's the
we're
thing
like
about
hitting the
command strips.
40-year mark.
Our stuff gets moved without the holidays. So the command strips allow us to put different things in place without having holes in our walls.
Okay, well, so I've talked to him about the pictures on the wall. And then the other thing is the golf cart. And literally, we were driving in the lake, and I was saying to you, you're like, we'll just give him the golf, because it's this whole thing. They don't have a car, they were borrowing you a truck. And then all of a sudden, it was this epiphany, and you're like, wait a second, I got to get to work. And it was
No,
like,
I was like, I gotta get to work.
and then he's going, maybe I could Uber. I'm like, or maybe your guests don't need a car. Like, why don't they figure out a ride instead of you Ubering to work? You're very,
I'm just kind of coming here and
very
just sitting
thoughtful.
I am
Very
thoughtful.
So the golf cart was the option, and I literally said to you, "I'm like, you cannot even get to the store."
here. I know it has
You
gone
feel like
downhill
you're-
fast.
you feel
it's
like
been
you're-
blinking back and forth, and
For
what
months.
I've been
It's not
told is
fast.
that
This is not
they're
fast.
like probably one or two batteries has failed, which is calling the whole thing to fail.
Okay. Well, 3 months ago, I was like almost in tears going 2 miles an hour home from the grocery store. This girl never gets a break. So when I get out on a golf cart and I'm like free as a bird, loving the wind in my hair, I'm going to the grocery store. But nope, everyone thinks I'm just some jerk on a golf cart, not moving on the road. They're like honking, trying to go around me, almost T-bone me. I'm
Well, I
like,
got you a battery for your birthday.
oh, did you?
Becky's birthday battery.
Did you really?
Yeah,
Thank you. We really needed it.
we do needed it.
They're not cheap, so thank
They're not
you. That's a
cheap.
really good birthday present.
I mean, it is technically your car.
It is.
You know,
It's not technically. It is.
we sold your
Birdie
we sold
is
Beck's
mine.
SUV and we bought Birdie.
Yeah.
So it was like she gave up
And
her
by
car.
we mean me.
No, we
Bought
ma-
Birdie.
I said that we sold your thing and then we bought Birdie. It was a joint decision. Mm-hmm. It's still a joint decision, regardless. It doesn't matter that,
I know,
that
I'm
it was like,
joking.
oh, it's my car and I'm my golf cart.
But
It was
you
like,
said it was
We
mine.
sold your
Yes.
thing and bought our golf cart.
Correct.
It's kind of like that thing where people are like, what's mine is mine and
and
what's,
what's
yours is mine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
That's kind of what you're saying.
No, everything's ours.
Everything's ours.
That is the truth.
Anyway, we got a battery coming. Hopefully I can connect it and
That
put it
is
together.
amazing. But yeah, we had fun at the lake this weekend. We let loose a little bit before we had to come back and
Oh, yeah.
get to the grind. Our neighbors were all up there, so we had a ball, and they have a ping pong table. So we brought our friends over to play in the ping pong tournament and play pool and stuff. But you never make it too late.
I thought I put a note on here.
What
But
about the twerking?
yeah, where'd it go? Did you take it off?
No, I don't think so. No, it's right there. It's the laugh break.
Oh, it's in the laugh break.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
We're getting. Well, what he's referring, he wasn't there. So I woke up a little.
So I had just a little bit too much tequila. You know, I will be. I'm pretty excited because here's the thing.
so
I
casual.
had work to
I had
do,
just a little bit too much tequila.
but I just kind of relaxed over the weekend. I just kind of enjoyed you. I enjoyed the company. I did not break my laptop out, but just for just a few important things that just needed to get done.
See, this
And
is so.
and I'm really liking it. Like, I mean, I've worked every weekend of my life. I feel like,
Yeah.
and so. And
acting
I
like
love
he's-
it. by the way. It's not like
You're still working. But yes, he was having a ball on Saturday. So I was staying very responsible and taking care of most of the things around the house and Abigail during the day. Because I knew she'd go to bed early and then it'd be my time to shine, which I didn't fail myself at all.
By the way, I think I'm going to send an email out to the community.
Oh, saying...
Like, hey, just wanted to reach out.
Your new
Super
vice president.
excited.
Definitely. You need to do it.
I think I am.
Yeah, do it. Absolutely. It seems so excited.
Like there's
I'm
been
pleased
like no
to serve
correspondence.
you. You should say like what I really. So anyway, there was a vote, and Chris and one of our other very good friends and neighbors got like just as many votes as him, but he actually got one more
vote than me.
So you should be like, I'm still inquiring on who that extra vote was for Woody.
Yeah.
Who's gonna let him hang this over my head for the rest of my life? But anyway, yeah. So you had a little bit too much tequila, and it was funny because you actually got the song sent to you, tequila, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
And at the time you were feeling pretty good, and you were dancing around to the tequila song.
Yeah.
With Abigail. She was loving it. I was like, okay, this is our entertainment.
I know, you
these
took a
days.
video, then you sent to me and like, hey, you sent Breed, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I haven't even looked at. I actually haven't looked at the video. I was having too much fun still, I think.
I know. But then that night I went over and played ping pong and pool and everything. And you're always like a day drinker. And then you stop around like
Right,
4 or
5
5
o'clock.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you're like,
I think I went to like 6:30.
you were ready for bed and you kept looking at me. You were on, I'm in bad shape. I'm in bad shape. I got to lay down. I need to lay down. And so I was like, go lay down. So once he was in the house with the baby and I knew everything was safe and fine, then I could have some fun. But the next morning I woke up a little hungover and you weren't there. And first thing you said to me is like, so you were twerking last night?
I know.
And I was like, excuse me, who's out here at 7 a.m. outing me?
Everybody was. We're all out there just doing our chores.
Don't hand me a pool stick, okay?
I tell you what,
Felt like a
out
pole.
of control. You needed some good time off though. So
I
you're
did.
really good.
I did. I needed a little bit of good time. But what else
You're
do you got?
funny. I don't really have, a lot of what's going on right now is just transitioning from kind of like this work mentality to my paper's in your way? Jeez.
The scene.
What's that? I was in the scene. We have notes, people. Like we
What are
literally.
we talking about? Pages and pages of notes. No, you were talking about mornings getting back to normal. We canceled one of our trips later in the year and we decided to go to Disney instead.
Oh yeah, what I was going to say is like, we decided to cancel our Thanksgiving trip just for a variety of different reasons, and we got like $900 back from the
They
airlines,
were expensive.
which was
Well, first of all, oh my God, can we talk about that for a second?
Yeah.
So when I originally went on the American Airlines app, it was like, these are not refundable tickets. Like you can get a credit or whatever. So I went to
Right.
cancel it. And it said, once I was like in the process of doing it for the actual flight, it was like, would you like to refund your original payment method? And I was like, is that an option?
yes, please.
Yeah, absolutely. And so anyway, I guess what you had said, and it makes sense now, if an airline changes a ticket by so many hours,
If they change
if
the
they
ticket,
change the flight
it goes from being non-refundable
to refundable. And we had no idea. And so we were canceling the trip anyway, thinking
But
we were
I'd
gonna
already
get credit.
accepted because they said what happened was I got a message a couple weeks back.
What had happened was.
And it was like,
So you didn't tell
your
me
return.
this.
I didn't, because it was just like your return flight's been moved by 1 hour, and I was like, oh, we're getting
Is
home
that
at 3
it?
o'clock.
It was
Yeah,
just an
it was like
hour?
something small.
It has to be. I feel like it's got to be more than an hour.
I can go back and look for the email and just see how much.
But the
moved.
money's back in the account.
I actually thought it was smaller than an hour, but anyway, that has to be the reason why it
Yeah,
triggered it,
for sure.
which gave us the refund back, and then we also got our refund on our Airbnb.
Well, which was annoying anyway because we didn't have anyone to watch the dog, and I
the guy would not respond to
literally
us.
messaged this man like 3 times, and I was like, "Can I bring my
Look,
cute
if you
little
have an
15-pound
Airbnb,
Frenchie?"
Yeah, I mean,
I-
monitor your messages.
Okay, but also I went into the app and I was like, okay, if you can't get in touch with them this way, how do you do it? And they were like, their phone number is there for you to reach out to them. So I text the guy, no response.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Nothing. Literally nothing.
Then he's not alive.
Well, by the way, I hope he is, but that thought has crossed my
I mean,
mind.
seriously, like, how does that happen?
Like, how do you not respond at all? But the booking itself was like,
Maybe he sold
approved.
the house and just didn't realize he had an Airbnb.
Doesn't tell
out
you.
there.
Yeah, you're just paying
That
for
happens to
Airbnb.
people.
Oh
People,
my
they
gosh,
sell.
can you
And then you get
imagine?
contacted and like, hey, sorry.
show up. I'm sure there's a million nightmare Airbnb stories where someone's knocking on the
without
door
a
like,
doubt.
I've paid to be here.
I paid to be here and you're expecting.
Oh
and
my
Someone's like
gosh.
literally going to like shoot you in the doorway because they're like, thinking that you're being
Stop,
assaulted.
I'll say shoot you in the doorway. But yeah, so we decided instead to go to the most magical place on earth, and we'll see how magical it is with children.
With a bunch of, we have a bunch of friends and their
Yeah,
kids,
and
so we're all going to
kids.
go. We were
It'll be a
talking
ball.
about it, and so this was just kind of like, hey, we kind of already spent this money.
This
so
gave
we'll
us
just
the reason
repurpose
to
it.
do it. I know, which was really good. So as
Yeah.
we sit here and we are contemplating whether or not we booked too much this summer and are we going to get through it, we're already planning our next.
I know. Well, we didn't have anything for December, so we were like,
That's the problem.
literally like, what are we going to do?
I know.
We're horrible.
We're great.
I mean, it's fun. I mean, it's kind of like, hey, we'll probably see Maria's family.
But
there.
what's your big? I know. When Maria's
They'll
whole
be
family
in-
comes.
they
What's
like
your
Disney.
biggest takeaway from the week?
My biggest takeaway?
It's been short
Oh my
because we're
gosh.
actually because of the boys trip. The boys trip on top of the boys trip. We're filming on a Monday, so it hasn't been that many days in between.
I will tell you, a couple things. One is I kind of did some change in the office to try to get myself out of meetings. I started turning over responsibility to others. And then I ended up like booking more meetings to kind of oversee or have, the different groups, kind of like same type of meeting, just different level. And then I was like, man, that's way too many meetings. And so then I cut those to every other week. And it has given me a ton of time,
So much time to get stuff done.
to get stuff done.
That's good.
And my mornings I feel like I've been getting my mornings because I've been getting stuff during the day. My mornings have become a little bit lighter and more enjoyable. I work still from 5 to 7, but it's just a different type of work.
Yeah.
And
Getting stuff done that
and I'm
needs to be
enjoying
done.
it.
That's really
and
good.
so I'm really happy to get that done. And of course, if I'm enjoying those mornings, then just my time with Abigail in the morning is just golden because I get a good hour
She's
with her
awesome.
from 7 to 8.
She's the
before
coolest chick in
I wake her
town.
up, then I get to put her back down for
Yeah.
morning snooze.
I know. But it's definitely, for me, it's like when it rains, it pours. Like, especially being a stay-at-home mom right now, for the most part. I mean, I'm coming into the office when I can, but that's the whole point is most of the people that were taking care of childcare have been gone for the last month. Leanne's still gone, my best friend, who's like helped out so much. And so I feel like you go from this like really just long lulls of no one. And when I say long lulls, I mean it might be 2 days and it feels like it's been an eternity because you don't talk to anyone but, an infant
yourself.
that can't talk back to you. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
I'm
you're
pretty
just
sure
talking.
Pepper communicates more effectively with me at this point than Abigail, our dog. But I think it truly is like when it rains, it pours. Like you sit there in those lulls and it's like, oh my gosh, you just don't know what you're doing. And it's for mothers, I think this big sense of like, who am I? And like, what's happened. But what's nice is that there's always, I feel like the ability to relate to others. If I contact friends or even family who have gone through it, like everyone is like, I know how you feel. Like you are not alone in this. So I think it's really important to remember you're just not alone. And two, it's crazy going through like the hosting and the moving of houses and, Abigail's now eating purees, like trying to figure out like, what does your kid eat and how do you do it? And what's going on with the business and how do you juggle it all? And you're like attempting to do it. You can sit there and stress in the moment and say, oh, it's been too much. But the minute it's gone, you miss it and you miss the people and you miss the family and you miss the
do.
friends. So you look back and you go, oh, it
Absolutely.
was so nice. So I think it's important to just live in the moment, enjoy the moment. Like you said, you're trying harder to do because life it goes quick. Like how we're in the end of, August right now is beyond
We're middle
me.
August. Don't be
My
saying it's the
birthday's literally
end.
next week.
I know, but here,
If we've
I
forgotten.
agree. Here's the thing: everything's going to be unpredictable, and you can never get the timing down. So, like, we literally, when I was doing these pickups on Friday, I had like no battery. My battery is about dying, and then I got
on your phone?
yeah. Then I got a call, and the caller ID it literally had his name. It said Michael Ortiz, and I was like, Michael Ortiz.
I know that sounds familiar to me.
It sounds so familiar to me. I go, I just know who this is and I need to answer it. I was just like, I got to answer it. I pick up the phone. He's like, hey, Chris, this is Michael, with the property next door.
Oh, that's
and
right.
I go,
Oh,
oh
my
my
God,
gosh, I'm
forgot
so
about
glad
that.
I answered this phone. So anyway, like the property next to us, I literally bumped into his wife just happenstance one day. And I said, if you guys ever want to sell, please take my information and reach out to us or whatever.
And at the time, the lady was like, this
And
is
she's
going to
like,
be in
we're
our
not
family
selling
for
it.
years.
We're going to
Yeah.
put this in our family. Our kids are going to want it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, all right, we'll just take it. So
Yeah.
I guess they had a conversation and they were talking about selling it. And she's like, what about the guy? What about the guy? Like literally he says,
What
this
about
like
the
2 or 3
guy?
What about the guy? What about the guy who just said he wants to pay it for
You're the
cash?
guy.
No, Chris did not say he's going to pay for
Yeah,
cash.
no.
But I'm glad that you thought that that's what Chris said.
Well, and for the record, so we're talking about an actual home for ourselves. We've become like really in love with downtown. We've been downtown for over 5 years now. And we just can't imagine a different lifestyle. Like I love it, especially speaking of being lonely. At least I can go out and I can walk the town and I feel like everyone's there to hang out with me. It's like
they're just staring.
They showed
and
up
hanging out
for
with
my
you.
walk. Like I was like, thanks for coming. Glad you're here
waving.
today. Yep, 11. Well, first of all, there are a lot of employees that work like outside of the restaurant or the hotel.
Yeah, and you're like, hi.
Oh, they say hi to me every single day. When we go to the lake for the weekends, I'm like, I hope they think I'm okay. I want to like give them a note on a Friday. I'm going to be at the lake this weekend. I'm okay. I walk by every day at
You
the
should
same
tell them
time.
that from now on.
Come back on Tuesday, like everything was okay. I'm good. I was just out of town for a few days.
I know
you missed me.
But we got to find our forever home.
But yes, sorry, got a little distracted talking about my friends.
Talking about your friends at the
adopted
restaurants
friends.
here.
But
So we got to find our forever home.
We wanted to put an offer
But
on.
we want to build. We
wanted to build a
our
home,
forever
and we made an offer. This happens to us all the time. We made an offer a few years ago on a lot, and they were like, "No, not good enough."
Too low an offer.
And then a year went by, and it did sell for literally exactly what we offered. And sometimes they don't come back to you because they think, "Oh, those people found something." But we were like, "No, we didn't. Like, you should have come back to us."
Why didn't they come back to us?
Yeah. So anyway, one of these days something will come up, but it was so random that you.
It's so
that
random,
call.
and the reason why and why I said timing and everything else is because it couldn't be at a worse time. Like we're buying other things, and it's like we don't have a penny to put on it.
Barely working.
You're not working, and
I'm barely
you're
working.
barely working. We're paying ourselves.
First of all, I'm working harder than anyone in this entire building, except for maybe Megan in a few months.
You're working more?
I was saying it's hard work being a mother.
Oh, okay. I see what you're going with there. Hey, yeah, you know what? Yeah, no, seriously, you are.
Careful.
Trust me. It's so funny because the other day I had abs for like 20 minutes and I was like, where have you been?
I already tell people. So I went to the store for like 10 minutes, drove down the street, picked up 3 ingredients, came back. And he was like, okay. He was like, well, we played over here and then we went over here. And I looked at him and I was like, okay, good for you. I've been gone for 10 minutes. And he's like, 10 minutes? That felt like an eternity.
It felt like an hour.
I was like, dude, you just wouldn't survive.
No, I actually don't think I would.
No.
I wouldn't survive.
Yeah,
I would.
When I went out of town.
First of all, you were gone for a weekend. I did fine.
Okay, thank you for bringing that up. I was literally just going to say, I scheduled my mother for day 1 for literally 12 hours.
Yeah.
And day 2, you had her alone. Day 3, my best friend was there at like 9 a.m. So you did 1 full day.
No, she's there like 10:30. It's like 10:30 to 1.
That's
like
what you want to get me on right now? Okay.
I don't remember, but here's the thing. I appreciate all the help.
So your 10-day boys trip.
It's 3 days.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's 3 days.
It's 3. Well, we will let you know how it goes.
Not only that, but then I have to, while I'm on the trip, like while I'm traveling.
Oh my gosh, that's right. You didn't even talk about this.
I literally I'm giving basically the pre-demo of our newest software package, and this company that wants to make a big investment in it is like, okay, well, we could do it at 2:00 on Wednesday. And I'm thinking to myself, 2:00 Wednesday. I'm going to be somewhere like...
You're like, I'm going to be on a road trip with my boys.
I'm going to be on a road trip with the boys. I'm going to like pull into a gas station, set up shop, put a background on and be like, hi, I'm literally packed the Gloop shirt. Like, I'm like...
Don't forget it.
Seriously. Anyway, we're staying in a nice resort, so they should have good Wi-Fi and everything else.
I swear, this guy, it's like, don't forget it. I said to him, only bring 1 bathing suit to the lake because you need to have stuff to go to the Keys. I look at him. He's got a whole little... Him and his trash bags.
I got a trash bag full of
Whole Foods, Publix.
Suits.
This is his traveling case. That was the whole thing. I don't even know if we talked about it on here, but he did post on Facebook because he was walking out to a trade show with a Whole Foods bag. And I was like, no.
Yeah.
It's good to be humble.
You made sure I was okay.
Yeah. We need to
packed well.
keep our underwear.
But it's going to be a very interesting week this week and next week. So, and then that's really going to wrap up all of our major trips, all of my major trips. So.
I think I need to schedule a girls trip in September.
Actually, you know what was funny? I was showing Adam and we talked about the courtyard and everything else, and I was like, yeah, every year I've done a spider web, but this year I'm going to do repelling skeletons. No, I am.
No.
What do you mean no?
We're not doing repelling skeletons.
Yeah, it's already done. Remember I bought all the skeletons last year.
Oh, you
remember?
did.
I went around to all the little stores and the CVS's and picked them up.
Okay. All right. To be continued.
And we have a huge warehouse that we can store a giant skeleton in.
No, we're not getting one of those things.
We already got him.
No, we didn't.
We did.
No, we didn't.
We did.
No, we didn't.
We did.
Where is it?
Giant skeleton.
Where is it? Maria, is he being serious? Is it here? Do you have a giant skeleton?
Yeah.
Where is it?
He's here.
Where is it?
Can't tell you.
No, tell me.
He's here.
Oh.
Everyone needs a 10-foot skeleton.
Are you lying?
Crawling up their balcony.
I can't.
It's going to look huge. It's going to look amazing.
All right, guys, we got to go.
All right.
I got to
we're
go
gonna,
find
We're going to
the
have
skeleton.
all kinds of amazing stories for you next week.
Down, down, down.